Alright, today what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a gang sheet using Adobe Photoshop. So let's begin. First thing you wanna do, you wanna open the file, and then you wanna hit File, New. Alright, you wanna name this sheet, let's name it, it's a 22 by 24 dash first name, last name, initial. Alright, next we want to do, we want to put this in inches, the width and the height. So it's inches, we're going to go 22 inches wide, 24 inches tall. Resolution needs to be 300. Alright, and since what we're going to be doing at the end of the day, we're going to be converting this into a PNG file or saving it as a PNG file. So PNG files, basically the color mode that they use is RGB, so we're going to have to keep it in RGB right here. We want to make sure that the background is transparent. And the advanced stuff, you kind of leave this alone. That working RGB, all that stuff stays the same. The default stuff is fine. If you get done with that, you hit OK. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to bring in a few of our tools. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to bring in the ruler. The ruler's already here, but if you don't know how to get to the ruler, if your ruler is not there, let's go ahead and get you the ruler up here. Alright, so what we're going to do right here, for the ruler, we're going to hit View, and you'll see ruler right there. It's already checked because we have our ruler here. But if you didn't have it here, see, it would be like that. Alright, so we're going to check it so we can get the ruler back. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we want to show a few of our panels. Now my panels are already showing right here, but I want to show you how to get to a few of them. We need the info panel for information. Alright, and that's it right there. And that's going to be right there. Right there to the right there. So if I click off of it, that's going to disappear. Alright, so let's get it back. Alright. And the next one we're going to use like a navigational panel, and that's that one right there. You'll see the use of it when we start working in this. Alright, so to get to that navigation panel right there, or to get it on your screen, you need to go to Window and then Navigator. Alright, so if you look over there, mine is already checked, so if I uncheck it, it disappears. Took a minute for it to leave, but I understand that, but it went. Alright, so let's get it back. Alright. And the next thing we want to do, we want to make sure that everything is snapping. So we'll go to View and Snap right here. My snap is checked. But the snap tool right here, just make sure that's on guide right there. Alright. Alright, the next thing we want to do, we want to add guidelines to this sheet to make sure that we keep everything on this page right here and not get anything too close to the edge of the page right here. Alright, so in order to get those guidelines up, we're going to hit View, New Guide. We're going to make 4 of them. So the vertical one is going to be, you're going to have 2 vertical. One of them is going to be 0.25. Okay. And then you're going to go back up here and go with View, New Guide. And then you're going to go with 21.75, and that's going to put it on the edge over here. Alright, now you got 2 more to put up. View, New Guide. Alright, this time we're going to go horizontal. We're going to do the 0.25 and OK. Alright, then we're going to do View, New Guide. And we're going to go to horizontal. It's already horizontal already, so we're going to do 23.75. Alright, and what this does, this just puts up our boundaries and everything. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start loading the board right here. We're going to go with File, Open. Then you just go to the place where all your PNG files are at. I think I should have some in download right here. So we're going to do this. Well, you know what? We got some on my desktop. Alright, gang sheet PNG files. Alright, so what you really want to do right here, when you before you start this, you want to put a file on your desktop or a photo on your desktop that says gang sheet PNGs. That way you can get to your files a little easy. Alright, and if you got two gang sheets, just make two folders in there that say gang sheet 1, gang sheet 2. That S is for sheet right there. So we're just gonna be doing one gang sheet, so we'll get these right here. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll click that image and we'll click open. Alright, and what we're gonna have to do is we'll have to do something a little special with these images right here. Because we're gonna have to make them what we call a smart object. Because when you put these on that main sheet, if you resize this image, you're gonna start losing quality with this image right here. So in order to prevent that, we're gonna make it a smart object. And how you're gonna do that is you're gonna put your hand on control. Alright, then what you're gonna do, you're gonna click the image down there. And then you're going to right click over here where it says the layer at, and you're going to convert to smart object. Alright, you see how it made a line going around that right there? Alright, so now we're going to get our move tool right here, and we're going to drag this over to the main panel, and then we're going to drop it. Alright, and we're going to continue to do that for the rest of them. After you drop it, you can go ahead and close that file. We won't need it any longer. Alright, save changes, no. File, open. And you can get we'll do about 4 of them right here. Alright, and it's going to open all 4 of these up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to that first one. Alright, once again, we're going to hit Control. We're going to click that image on the layer right there. Then we're going to right click on the layer name. We're going to convert to a smart object. Then what we're going to do, you need to make sure your move tool is always selected right here, because if it's not, you're just going to be bringing this. Let me show you. See, when you bring this over to your main sheet, all you're gonna be bringing is your silhouette right there. You're not gonna actually be bringing the image over. So what we'll do, we'll undo that drag. We'll go back over here and we'll select this smooth tool again, and now we'll drag it over here, and then we'll drop it. See, the image came in this time. Alright, so next what we'll do, we'll go ahead and open that file back up and we will close it. Alright, let's do the same thing with this one. Put your finger on control, left click the image, right click the layer, left click convert, make sure this tool is selected, and then drag this with while you putting your finger on the left mouse button. That's how you drag it. You put your finger on the left mouse button and grabbing the image and dragging it over to this main page right here. Alright, so let's go back up to it. Let's delete it. Let's go to the next one. Alright. Control. Left click. Right click layer. Name. Convert to smart object. Verify that you have your move tool up, which it is. Alright, so we'll left click hold and we'll drag this over. Alright, take your hand off the button now and it's there. Alright, so we'll go back up to it. We'll delete that. Let's do the next one. Control, left click, image, right click, the layer name, left click, convert to smart object. Make sure your move tool is up. Left click hold with your mouse, drag and drop on your 22 by 24 layer right there. Alright, so, and you would do all of those the same way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually start laying these out. Alright, so let's say you want to lay this one out first right here. First thing you want to do is you want to hit Control and then left click it with your mouse. By doing that, you can select either one of these you want right here. If you don't left click or anything like that, you can't select any of them. So you need to hold Control, left click, and then bring it to, and you watch this, it's going to snap to that line. See how that snap is snapped to that line right there. That's why we wanted to make sure it snapped. Alright, we're going to get this image right here and we're going to move it over. I think to zoom in something. That's why we're using this panel right here. Alright, with this panel right here, I can move this and I can zoom in on these objects. And this red boxes you see right here, this is just my area. Alright, so I'm going to look closer to this image now. So I can move this image right here. Alright. And what I can do is I want to resize this image to make it a little bit bigger right here. So what I do, I go right up here to the top and you see that W right there? You click the chain link and then you would highlight the W part right here, the width, and then it's going to be something you got to do a little different here. You got to put this image right now is 0.950 wide. Let's say you want to make it 2 inches wide. So you go in and you put 2.IN. And what that does, the IN means inches. If you don't do that, it's going to keep it in percentages. And it made it 2 inches wide. So look over here now. See, it says 2 inches. Alright. And after you do that, you can click the check mark or you can hit enter. And what that does, that confirms your move. Alright, so we'll go in and we'll click this. Snap it right there. Snap right in there. Alright. We'll do the same thing with this image right here. We'll hold Control, left click it with your mouse, and we'll go up here and we'll resize this thing. And another thing, what you can do right up here on the top, if you click right there, you see how the cursor changed? When that cursor changes, you click that one time, and what'll happen is you'll see all your readings right here. You'll see them right over here in this panel right here. Alright, so this file right now is 1.207 wide. We want to make it 2 inches wide. We're going to make everything 2 inches wide right here. So you get over here and you would do 2.in. Oh, you forgot to hit this. See what happens when you forget to hit the link right here? It's not proportionate. So all you gotta do is just hit that and it'll proportionate it. Alright, so after we're done with it, you can click that right there and that concretes it. And you can just move it into place and see we want to stay within our boundaries right here. That's why I put those guides on here. Alright. Now these images right here, they look like they're big enough to do what we want to do. So you would just snap it in. Get this one down here. We're going to make that one a little bigger right there. Go up here, click that at the top when that cursor changes. Now you want to go up here and hit that link. And you want to resize it. That's a really slender one right there. So what we'll do, we'll make that about 6.in. So we'll make that about 6 inches. Alright. And we're done with it, so we'll check it. Okay. And we'll go up here and position everything like we want it. Remember to select these images, you have to hold Control and click the left mouse button. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, so at the end of the day, you want to know how many of each one of these images you need. Let's say I need 5 of these right here. Alright. Need 5 of those, and let's say 2 or 3 of these right here. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to hold Alt and you want to drag it. Hold Alt, drag it. Hold Alt, drag it. Hold Alt, drag it. Okay, I got my 5 images. Now what I want to do, I just want to bring them down here and just click them into place. Get that a little closer. You just want to leave enough room in the middle because these, you're going to have to cut these, so you just want to leave enough cut room in there for you. Put them too close, you won't be able to cut it. We'll move it down there. That right there. Alright, and see we got a little space right there, so what we're going to do right here is we can do a few things right here. We'll go up and get this image right here. And we'll bring it down here. And what we can do, we're ganging this, so we can flip this thing however we want to. You can flip it like this. You want to do it about, I guess, 90 degrees right here. So we'll go up here. We'll type in -90. Alright, and that gives us our 90 degrees right here. And we can put that in there. When we're done with it, we can check it. We'll hold Alt and we'll make another one. Yeah, we might be able to make another one. Yeah, we'll make another one in there. So that's still enough room to get in there with your scissors and cut that. Alright, so we got these 2 up here. We'll just bring them down, probably about right in there somewhere. There's enough cut room in there. We'll get this and we'll do the same thing. Alright. Now what we'll do, we'll say we're going to need about 4 of these. Alright, so we'll bring it on down here. Alright, then what we'll do, see we got enough room we can cut right in there. And still be good. Alright, we'll get another one. Hold Alt and drag it over. Alright, so we got that. Hold Alt, drag up. Hold Alt, drag over. Alright, now what we'll do, we'll go up here and we'll get this cross. Let's say we need 5 of these. We'll click that. And we'll go up here. Well, we'll leave it the same right there. I was going to make it a little bigger, but we'll leave it the same. Click Alt, drag. Click Alt, drag. Click Alt, drag. Yeah, and what you're trying to do, you're trying to utilize all this space, all this game sheet space. Because remember, you're paying for all this real estate, so you might as well use it. It's getting a little close in there, so I'm going to move this one over a little bit. Alright. Okay. I should be able to level them up there too. So I leveled them up to the top right there. Alright, and we need 6 of these here. Alt. Drag, undo. We got a selector. Okay. Alt, drag, Alt, drag, Alt, drag, Alt, drag, Alt, drag. Alright. So we got all of these. And what we'll do, we'll just make a few more of these. Alt, drag, Alt, drag. And see, if you had a problem with getting her in that position right there, you know, you could do that transform thing again, and you could rotate that thing 90 degrees, well, 180. And that would put her upside down so you could fit her in there just right. And after you're done, just hit that. Hit that check box that was up there. Alright, so we'll fill in the rest of these spots, but we'll do it with some of these here. Control, click, Alt, drag. Alt, drag, Alt, drag, we won't better get another one there. Well, we can resize this one if we want to right here. Let's size this one to, let's see, click that chain link. Let's make that about 3 inches. 3.in, enter. Oops, what did I do? 3.in, enter. Alright. So move a few of these in place. Alright, let's concrete it. Alt, drag. Let's rotate that a little bit. See if we can get that in there. Alright. Go ahead and make that 90. Okay. Now what we'll do, we will bring this one, we'll concrete it with the check mark or the enter. Alright, we'll get this one, we'll bring it down just a little bit. Bring that one up just to have. It's kind of close right there, but you can still get scissors in there to cut that. Alright, what we'll do, and all these, we'll grab all these again. Down there. Move that one down a little. Move that one down a little. Alright. So we got another one over here. And we are done with this gang sheet. Right here. Alright, so you see how we kind of utilize all the space that we had right there. And you just want to look at everything to make sure you can get scissors in here to cut all of this. Or whatever you're going to use to cut it. It's a little tight right there, but you can still wiggle around there. You're good right there. Good right here. Good right there. You're good between her right there. You're good right there. Good right there. Alright, we're good right there. That's your close point right there. We got a little dip right here, but we can still go down right here. So we ought to be good with this sheet right here. Alright, the next thing you want to do is, you kind of want to do this from the start. You want to go ahead and when you bring these images in, check them to see what the opacity is of them. Alright, my tool is already up, but some of you guys' tool might not be up. So you just come over here and you click that little arrow right there. In most cases, you're going to have an actual color up, something like that right there. So you just come over here on this first panel, you just click the little arrow right there, and you go down to opacity. Alright, after you go down to opacity, alright, just keep an eye on that. What you want to do, you want to zoom in at about 100%. Alright, what you want to do, run your mouse across this image right here. This number right here, you want to go from 0 to 100 straight. When you get to the edge of this. See how that's 0, 100, 0, 100. This up here, 0, 100, 0, 100. Now this image right here, you're going to have a problem with because it's going to be a little blurry on the edge. See how that's going? See how those numbers are moving right there? That means it's not a vector file. So if you make this image too big, it's going to be a little unpleasant. The look won't be what you want it to be. It's not going to come out right. That's if you make it too big. We may be alright right there with it. It's according to what you're doing with it. But you know you need crisp lines. You need all these really to be vector files. That's like right over here. You go to this one. 0, 100, 0, 100. You got a little something going on right in there. Right there. But I don't believe that's enough to hurt anything. Alright, so what you want to do, you want to move on over here to, we got that image. Move on over here. Now she's going to be a little bad. Alright, you got 0. See how everything moves right there? You're fishing for 0 to 100, period. And you have to make the call on whether you want to, you want to print this or not. If you didn't want to print it, just take that image out and put another image in there. But we're actually striving for 100 so you can get a superb print. So it's totally up to you if you want to have that printed right there. But at the end of the day, when you zoom in to about 100%, this is about what your image is gonna look like. But if you go at 300%, that's gonna show you all the flaws of this image. See those little flaws right there? These lines are not straight lines right there. You got all this pixelation going on. Now on this edge right here, it's not as bad on the edges, but you do have it. You got that one line of pixelation right there. But you want to actually try to keep it. You want to try to keep it 100 right there. But if you're not doing anything really, hold on. Zoom that out a little bit more. If you're not doing anything really official with these or whatever, this will do with you. They just for personal use or anything like this will work for you. But if you're selling them or something like this right here, I kind of question those images right there. You really want to deal with vector files so you can get a nice, clean, crisp look. Because at the end of the day, when you purchase these are yours. At the end of the day, so you want to make sure your prints are good. And we can only print what you send us. So if you send us something that looks a little blurry and looks crappy, at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna get. Something we don't like to print it, but if we look at it and it's just gonna be awful, we won't print it. All right. So the next thing you want to do, we just check the quality of these images. The next thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and try to save this. All right. So you're gonna go with File, Save As. And you want to save this as a PNG file. And a PNG file, what it does is it saves with a transparent background right there. Without this transparent background, we won't be able to print these for you. So you want to go to down arrow, and you want to do PNG. After you do that, you want to hit Save. Alright, and right here, what you want to do, you want to go up here and put none on your compression right here. Alright, and interlace, you want to keep it none as well. Alright, and you want to hit OK. Alright, so now what you can do, you can look at your file. It should be in here. Alright. Coming in now, it's not saved yet. Give it a second here. Alright, there you go. Click it, look at it. Alright, so that's what you look like. See how those images, it should clear up when this thing gets through loading right here. I don't know why it's so slow today. It ought to clear up a little bit from that. I don't think it's that blurry. Maybe zoom out a little bit. But this is a game sheet, of course, as you can see, and you want to fill the sheet. You paying for it, you might as well fill it up. A little slow today for some reason. We got bad weather here, so that might have something to do with it. Alright. We got some craziness going on there, but that won't be in the actual image. That's just something going on with the slowness. Zoom in. See how that disappeared? That disappeared up there. See, those are pretty clear. And at that size, she's not that bad at that size, right there. I believe this is alright, so that's how you do a gang sheet. Thank you for watching.